I've just broken them again. Let me fix it correctly. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to today's episode. We're going to jump right into it, but just so you know, I'm having some connectivity issues, so if things get a little wonky, just make sure to hit refresh on the page. That should fix a lot of them. If you don't know, we have a giveaway that goes on every single halfway through the stream. I'll find a better way of saying that, where you can win, sponsored by StormCrow Manor. You can win this lovely crit die over here. I have my own. Copper has his own, actually. I'll give it. You want it, Copper? You can have it. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, it is completely free to do so. Copper would appreciate it. And you can get access, if you become a member, you can get access to the emojis. And we're working on new things in there as well. I feel like there was a third thing I was supposed to say, but I've forgotten it. So let's go annoy our fellow players. Where's my button? There we go. Exactly, Ollie. Let's go annoy everybody. Hello!
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 Welcome! Jess, do you want to catch us up on what we missed last week?
Well, y'all didn't miss it.
I missed it. I miss everything, man. I'm here, but then I'm like, I go to sleep and then I'm not here anymore, you know?
I know
me.
that's how it go. Before I do that, how big is that wine glass? Like it feels like it looks quite large.
Okay,
like
I gotta have a good reference here. Okay, so these are my headphones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is very large. That is a large wine glass.
You can't break them. They're shatterproof. I've not tried, but just my existence is kind of trial enough for them.
If you need a wine glass with an undertow.
Oh man.
Well, this is so this is how we're doing things this evening. Anyway. So to catch everybody up, yeah, actually last week was really fun. We started off with a big discussion among the all of our players because last week I believe was when Harrison but did he die last week or he died? No, he died the week before. But last week was when we were getting but nobody had really come to terms with it. Everybody had just kind of like continued on. And so last week there was a big long discussion about that, but also really about figuring out whether Kerzzan is who he says he is, because everybody wasn't quite sure. But they decided that he was pretty much on the up and up. They discussed what this astral rot thing might be and what might be happening to them. So, and then, well, I would say everybody went to sleep, but in fact, Vrithelion was the only one who needed to sleep because Bulwark was in the shop. Dora, the innkeeper of the Loose Goose, decided to try to fix him. And so he was off in her she shed. And while Vrithelion was sleeping and Granny was reading a nice book, Castien and Kerzzan decided to play a rousing game of Chuck It. Rachael, why don't you tell us about Chuck It? Rachael is not going to tell us about Chuck It. I'm going to tell you all about Chuck It.
Rachel went to actually go play Chuck It.
With the wine glass to see if it'll break. Chuck It is a game where you just pick things up and chuck them and see what happens. And they made a really big mess of the bar. Luckily, we had Granny go off to check on how Dora was doing with Bulwark, and she managed to, she and then Castien and Kerzzan managed to convince Dora that in fact, bandits had come and laid waste to her bar. It was not, in fact, Castien and Kerzzan at all, but they had, in fact, saved the bar because Dora was off in the she shed working on Bulwark, and, the others were, well, Castien and Kerzzan were in the bar making a big mess. But Dora actually really loves you guys, hilariously. So, in the morning, after Vrithelion slept and everybody else rested to the extent they needed to rest, Dora served eggs and pumpkin for breakfast, but the pumpkin tasted suspiciously meaty. And she let y'all know that that it was just from a pumpkin patch just up the road, and it was super delicious because it really tasted like meat. It's kind of like beyond pumpkin. And everybody thought, everybody disliked that. Everybody thought that that was weird and suspicious. So
Everybody disliked that meme. Just
everybody disliked that.
Because it was suspicious.
It was very suspicious. It's like, ew, what is this bacon pumpkin? Ah.
Yeah.
So they went to the pumpkin patch, only to find horrifying pumpkin horrors that attacked them, which you all summarily dispatched, and then went into the house to basically be WTF is going on. And you found an older guy who, as you discovered by interrogating him and threatening to burn everything, he had somehow used his wife's body to create pumpkin flesh hybrids to grow that sold really well because they tasted so meaty. And after vomiting forever, all of you decided that he could not continue to do this, so you convinced him to open up a bookstore because his house was full of books. And then he somehow agreed because Kerzzan threatened to give him terrible reviews, to sing about the horrifying pumpkins in every inn within 1,000 miles. And that was what did it. That not the threat of death, but the threat of bad publicity was what convinced him to stop and to open up a bookstore. And in fact, he gave you all a book, a Dictionary of Elk Emotions. So,
oh shit, I have an elk. Sorry.
You do. Yeah, you do. You have an elk, and you have a dictionary of your elk's emotions.
And he gave us another book that had something to do with our malady.
Yes.
He sure
which
did.
we have not looked at yet.
We
So
have not looked at that book yet. Nope. But yeah, so that, and then you went back, and Dora was like, okay, guess it's just gonna be eggs from now on. And that was pretty much the end. So now you're all back at the Loose Goose. And it is now pretty much, you spent most of the day dealing with the pumpkin situation. So now it's the evening, and it is pretty much sleepy time. I imagine that most of you are going to go to bed.
Do any of us still sleep? I think it's
Well,
still
no,
only
none
Nick
of
that
us
sleeps.
sleep.
I think most of you all don't sleep, but you're probably going to want to rest because you all
Yes.
need spell slots.
I'm the one strapped with this horrible malady called need for sleep.
Yeah. But in the morning, Bulwark is back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Bulwark.
How are
And
you
breakfast
feeling?
is just eggs.
Well, I got a bit of a headache and some arm aches and some leg aches and like my chest and like my back. Everything's a little sore.
So all
Oh.
of you, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like most, like you see like the parts of me, that like all of that.
Oh.
The parts you can see and the parts you can't see. It all hurts.
Yeah.
We were worried about you with what's been going on. We thought that maybe the malady had laid you low as well.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's what was happening a little bit. I'm going to be honest. It was a little terrifying. To be frank, I've never. I don't think I age, so I haven't really like wrestled with the whole idea of death yet. But no, it was just kind of like a long sleep, and then I woke up and hurt, and I had some weird dreams. I had a weird dream. I had a really weird dream, actually.
Oh, what did you dream about?
Okay, so I know people love hearing about other people's dreams, so this is gonna be great. So there was like this shadowy dwarf, which, so I've never had a father, but it felt sort of like a father figure. It had kind of that vibe about it, if that makes sense. There were these green fields. I couldn't quite make out what all was happening, but like and I don't know how much I've told you guys about my past, but I got the sense that they sort of knew what I was looking for.
Hmm.
It was kind of trippy a little bit. The whole thing felt like off, I think is probably the best way to describe it. And that might be, I mean, that might be the sickness. That might just be because usually I dream of just like electric sheep, but like that's a whole, like it's
What?
just a
I'm sorry, you dream of what?
electric sheep.
Oh,
Yes.
Do you mean
Normally.
sheep made of electricity or electric-powered mechanical sheep?
I think it depends on the type of wood that I'm eating. Like it depends on what I eat before I go to bed. It really affects everything.
Oh, yes, that's the most logical way to think about it. Mm.
Yeah, but it it goes back and forth. But it's I don't know. It was really weird, and I felt called to like this kind of grassy fields area.
You mentioned green fields. Castien. Castien, two things. One, the green fields were mentioned in the sonnet. Two, are you going to finish those eggs?
That's
Both
the
good
more
questions.
important one, quite honestly. I mean, like, there's green fields everywhere. And honestly, if you burn the forest down and you wait long enough, it does become a field again.
Yes, but I believe
Oh.
that the field... I would like to, since I am well-traveled,
Mhm.
I would like to see if I know of the green fields.
Sure. Yeah, make me a lore check or history or you know what? Make me a nature check.
Well, both my history and nature are exactly the same, so...
Well, there you go. Make me whatever
Yeah.
check you pitch me your roll.
All right, here we go. Can't roll higher,
Ooh.
and I have a
Did you
plus
just get a
0.
20?
wow.
Yes, it's right there
Wow,
on
yeah.
That's great.
You totally have been there. You like know the green fields like the back of your hand. Your family vacationed there when you were a kid. I don't know. I guess that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
definitely you know a little bit about it. You know the towns and the cities there. There isn't really a big city there, but you know a little bit about the towns. You are familiar with the people and the culture. You're gonna, in fact, when we get to the green fields, if we end up getting to the green fields, you're gonna get a +1 to any checks that require knowledge about it, like including like deception, perception, persuasion, anything that requires like that sort of cultural knowledge. You're gonna get a +1 to anything that you do over there.
All right. I explained to them, and it's actually fairly close as far as travel goes.
Oh,
And it is in the direction of where we need to go. And it was the green. It cannot be a coincidence. The fact that you dreamt it, and it is also mentioned in the sonnet, means something.
Kerzzan, like, thoughtfully is just like, yes, it does sound. And then he's slowly reaching for Castien's eggs.
Just to catch up anybody who hasn't seen like the first couple of episodes, there was a sonnet that prophesied that the answer or the cure to this astral rot that many of our characters are afflicted with will be found in the green fields, which you can find if you have a map of Faerun. Just to set that. Anyway, please go ahead.
Yes. If I remember correctly, it does say that the green fields will have something for the malady, but not the final cure.
Alright, so-
As I slowly, annoyingly watch Kerzzan reach for the eggs that I was pining for.
And
Castien's
are you
just
just
staring
He's
off.
just like,
Cassien?
yeah, we should go. Good
Castien,
idea.
are you staring at them? Are you watching them take your eggs?
No, I would like to be staring at a fly that's kind of off in the distance.
Okay. I'd like you to make me a perception check to see if you can
If I
perceive them
catch on to this.
stealing
Yes,
stealing your
I
eggs.
seem- Why do I have a +5 in perception? It's a 13.
You sort of see out of the corner of your eye that something's happening, but you're
Oh,
You're
it's
really
totally fine. I don't want cannibal eggs. I do not trust any restaurant that served cannibal items at all in its history. I feel like at that point you lose my patronage.
Yeah, totally fair. So, Granny,
Yes.
how you feeling this morning? Because I don't think you're feeling super great.
No. I
No.
ache. My bones ache. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Are you
Like-
part robot? Pointing.
You know,
pointing
maybe-
at Bill.
Actually, maybe we are related.
Yeah,
The genetics can be weird. Who knows?
Maybe. No, I don't feel great. Sorry, I've been a little quiet. It's I got a little weary at night, actually. Flipping through and reading and waiting for you all to get up.
is this normal, Granny, or is this something new?
Oh, some days I wake up not feeling great. But that's just, I think, maybe the age that I became afflicted with whatever I am, or maybe it could be something else. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, we should keep an eye on it. I fear that I may be more sensitive now that we've lost Harrison and almost seemingly lost Bulwark. Whatever this malady is seems to affect each of us differently.
And
I want to
that's
lean over to Kerzzan, right? I'm not gonna screw up your name. I think we're immortal.
And then Kerzzan whispers
Azure
back.
half dead.
Yeah, I was like, just me and Granny. You're very killable.
Not. I don't feel achy, so we're also. I'd like to party. We're whispering obnoxiously loud. You can absolutely.
No, we're not
hear us.
sitting next to each other either. We're
No.
doing it from across the table.
Yeah,
I
across
don't
the
feel
table.
achy
I can
at
lean back.
all.
I feel
I'm pretty
bad for
sure
her.
that's
Maybe I'll
immortal.
give her the last egg.
Oh, it's okay, dear. You have the last egg. You need it.
And at no
Alright.
point anyone considers giving it to Vrithelion.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
like
watching
that?
it.
Oh my god, no, you're watching everybody?
No, but yeah, no, I'm not feeling great today, but it's okay. We should continue on. What I think is the most concerning thing, though, is this is affecting each of us differently.
Yes.
So, Granny,
Yes.
all of your limbs feel heavy. You don't sleep, but you feel like you really need to sleep. Like there's a big, deep, dark sleep that's just at the edge of everything. And then it's pulling on your limbs, and it's almost as if you're carrying a weight that you're longing to put down. And your hide, remember that your hide was glimmering more. It's starting to glimmer and almost fade, as if it's not quite that you are insubstantial, but there's a sense that you are fading out of the world in some way.
Oh.
And the rest of you can all feel it, even if you can't see it 100%.
But is she still sparkling physically, or
Yes,
is this
she's
sparkle
still-
dimming? Dimming is the word I'm
Dimmling.
now
The
using.
sparkle is dimmling.
Uh.
The sparkle is, if anything, the sparkle is more pronounced because her hide itself, because her beingness itself is fading, so the
Oh,
sparkle is
no.
almost taking over. Sort
As
of like
as
a
fellow
like a
sparkly,
weird.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
But it's okay, everyone. We should continue on. There's no use in staying where we are now that we have Bulwark, and
That's
fair.
fair.
I'm sure-
I do think if you're gonna die, we should move you out of the place that sells cannibal food.
I look around just to see if Dora is around while Castien is saying that.
Dora's sort of like behind the bar, just kind of like looking at all of you, and she looks at you and she says, You know, I have more eggs. If you want more eggs, I'll give you more eggs.
I'm so.
I will have all the eggs that you have.
That's
think you
that's a
underestimate.
lot of eggs. You want that's like 160 eggs. You want 160 eggs?
That's well.
Or was
We're
that
going-
like a?
We're going to
God.
need to purchase a lot of supplies from you. We are about to make quite a journey.
Well, I mean, they're a perfect food. They'll be good for you. You want you? I am happy to give you a really good deal on 160 eggs. You want to do that?
I feel like eggs are the
Yeah.
most perishable food we could take.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, they're not going
Not
to
only
last
perishable, but
long.
fragile.
Yes. Well.
Yeah.
Who's carrying these eggs?
I want to imagine they're all scrambled too. They're not hard boiled. They're just scrambled eggs.
I'm gonna snap.
Like, yeah, she just got like a just big giant like cauldron, like a paella pan of like paella. I don't know. That's like one of those big giant pans that's like 6 feet wide. That's just eggs. She does not actually have that, but she can scramble a bunch for you if you want.
Yes. Don't worry. I can make sure that the eggs will be edible for quite some time.
Oh.
All right. And then so she's now going to start to take the eggs out and pile them onto the bar while you all discuss this egg situation and or anything else you need to discuss before you head out.
At one point before we head out, I will go and run off into the room that we stayed in, and I'll just say, oh, I forgot something in the room, and I run back and I leave the 250 gold that she refused the night before, like, on the pillow, to help pay for the damages. And then I will turn around and be like, oh, silly me, it was in my pocket the whole time. And I walk back out.
Too sweet.
I love Granny.
While we're packing eggs, I will write a note to Damian. Because I think that he will probably come back here or in this area, and I will say where we're going.
Okay. That makes
tell-
sense.
Tell Dora, make sure that Damian, the other man that was with us the first night, gets this note if he comes by. It's very important.
Oh, I'll definitely make sure. You've been very good to me. I'm happy to be very good to you. When do you think he might be back?
That is a good question. I do not know.
He's never coming back.
Those are
Maybe
two
if
very
he-
different answers.
That's grim, Castien. Quite grim.
Vrithelion, when you've been around as long as I have, how old is Vrithelion?
I am in my mid-70s.
When you've been around as long as I have, you realize people don't like to be around you. And that's Damian.
Wait, in your experience, they don't like to be around you. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I only have my experience to go off of. You know, I've heard in tall tales of friendships lasting longer than 2 days. But quite honestly, you know, I think that's fantasy-based.
We've lasted longer than 2 days.
We're friends?
Well, yes, of course.
Just don't hug her.
Castien forgot all about this and stares at horror in her hands.
Oh no. Oh, yes, we're friends, dearie. And do not worry. I think you're completely fine. Do not worry about touching or hugging people. I think you should be good.
I look at Kerzzan, and like a zombie, I just start reaching out to him.
Oh my gosh.
Kertzan's like, go ahead. I'm already dead.
I'm gonna clap your face cheeks.
Uh-oh.
Not my visage. Not
melt.
the moneymaker.
You didn't melt. We're calling it good for now.
See?
So Dora is just sort of looking at the note and listening to you with quite amused, and she's gonna say, so what should I call y'all? So like if your friend comes back, what should I call you? What should I say? So should I just say your friends left you a note? Should I say like the friendship gang left you a note? Should I like do you have a name?
No. You should never say the friendship gang.
Okay, not the friendship
The
gang.
friendship fiends work so much better.
Your fiends. And then she's like she immediately gives you a terrified look.
That's the
and
look
she
I'm
starts
used
backing
to.
up.
Yeah, no. I mean, Damian will know we're the only party he's currently traveling with.
We
So
do
far
have
we
a
know.
boat, and he does not have a boat. And if we know anything, he'll come after that. We can hold the boat for ransom.
The boat that he doesn't own, that's not
Yeah,
his?
but we're ransoming your boat now, Kerzzan.
Right.
The
Yeah.
boat we haven't seen.
Yeah.
I'll just tell him his friends were here.
Yes,
left
he
him a
knows.
note.
All you have to
They're
say is
not his fiends.
the
They're not
friends that
fiends.
he left his note for. He'll understand.
He might know us
Okay.
as the brunch bunch.
Yeah.
We've said that a few times.
brunch
That
bunch?
no,
Like
that
a
should
brunch
not
bunch?
stick. That should not stick.
It's very catchy. Branding is everything.
And it has something to do with eggs. Brunch. You eat eggs at brunch.
Mm?
I do not want our.
Green eggs in ham?
I stop halfway through. I pack eggs up and I just start walking to the door.
Dora's just gonna say, all right, not the brunch bench, not the fiends, because you're not fiends. I hope that you're not fiends. But I'll just tell him his friends. I'll tell him his friends and other compatriots left him a note if he comes back here. If he doesn't come back here, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yes,
All right.
All right.
that is
perfect.
fine.
That
Thank
sounds
you,
Thank
Dora.
you.
You have
Thank you
been
for
a
saving-
most gracious host.
You
Well,
fed me
thank
so
you.
many people, or attempted to.
All right, we're good. We should continue walking out the door. Thank you, Dora.
Thanks for fixing my face and my heart and everything.
Oh, you're welcome. It's, sometimes you have a skill and you never get to use it until one day it really comes in handy. So enjoy your new eyebrows. I tried to make you look angry so that you'll get, so you'll scare all the monsters out there.
Do I look scary?
But does it
Bored
scare the
looks
monsters
down-
inside?
Oh, you
Everyone stares at the eyebrows on a furnace.
Yeah, she's
They're
kind of put
slightly
like two like
lopsided.
yeah, like
Yeah.
she's put like two little pieces of metal like that, like to make like a little angry furnace face.
Kerzzan casts prestidigitation so that they move like independently of each other.
Oh, that's a fun trick. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Oh no, you're not going to be scary now. You're just going to be cute. They're going to come up to you and then they're going to pat you on the head.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
But you can make them scary if you want.
Okay, you know what? I appreciate it, and I appreciate you.
Aw. Well, I don't hear that nearly enough, so thank you. Have a good journey. I hope to see you again. Don't die.
I make no promises.
We
That's
probably
all right.
We probably
looking-
will.
No promises needed, just reassurance. Have fun.
Bye.
All
Bye
right.
bye bye bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. All right, so you have left the Loose Goose, and now you're out on the road. Which way are you going?
I'm outside trying to find places to put eggs.
Here,
Doesn't at least one of you have a bag of holding, or no?
I have a bag of holding. Yeah.
Ah, perfect.
My little son. Here, just throw it in my. They're not gonna start to smell, are they? Because I don't know if that smell is gonna come out.
No, it'll be fine. And don't worry, I can purify the eggs anytime we want to eat them.
All right, and we'll put hundreds of eggs into my bag of holding.
Just shoving dust.
There are
What are you-
158 eggs.
Mm.
You have that, and they stack in your
158
inventory. Apparently,
Mm.
you have
All right.
158 eggs.
All right, I'm gonna put that down. That's gonna come in handy
Okay,
later.
there you go.
You'll never know when.
When we have to egg Old Man Wither's old haunted house at the end of the block, we're going to be ready.
Just as we pass by the bookstore, just chuck a few eggs just to remind him about the deal.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that? Okay, you now have 154 eggs.
I love it.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So you're walking east, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Towards the green fields.
Towards the green fields. Okay. So, Vrithelion, after about 5 minutes of walking, I'd like you to make me a perception check, please.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance.
Oh, thank you. Give me a sec. So that's that. And 21.
Okay. You see a little glint on the
glint?
road. A little glint of what looks like metal, like a silver metal,
Oh, this can be
in the
good.
dust of the road.
Bend down and look at it. Don't touch it.
Yeah, no, that's okay. This is actually something that you recognize. With the 21, you recognize that you know exactly what it is. It seems to have fallen off of Harrison's staff. It was a
What?
little silver trinket that was on his staff.
I-
It's in the shape of a star, because as you know, Harrison loved the stars.
And then he
And it
became
must
one.
have fallen off when the big hawk took him away. It's about yay big, about the size of a silver dollar, and it's in the shape of a star, and it's a beautiful little silver trinket.
I immediately pick it up.
All right. So, this trinket, when you pick it up, you feel a little bit lighter, just a little bit more mobile. Even though you're still sickly, you feel a little bit, just there's a bit of a pep in your step, like a rabbit. And you now, as long as you're holding this trinket, or you have it on you, you have 5 extra feet of movement every turn in combat.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
big.
Mm-hmm.
So you would see me lean down and pick something up, and then I just sort of hold it to my head, and you just see I mumble something.
That's not how you eat things off the ground.
This may be a good omen. And I show them the trinket. This was Harrison's. He's leading us the way we need to go. And I kind of grip it and keep it in my hand.
Okay.
I lean over.
Kerzzan leans over to Castien and just goes, "This was the one that got taken away by a big hawk, right?"
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's dead. So can you use your undead dead senses to sense if the dead are dead nearby?
Kerzzan just looks around, just humoring her. Nope, just me and Granny. But
Okay.
I don't know how much of a good luck charm that trinket is. Wasn't lucky for the rabbit, right?
No, not at all. I'm gonna sniff for some dead people now. And I'm gonna. Can I roll anything to sniff for corpses?
Sure.
Should detect
do you,
undead?
Do you have detect undead? Or just dead? Detect dead? I don't think there is detect dead.
Hold on. I have turn undead.
That is
that's
not.
it. Okay. Then yeah, I just want to sniff for corpses.
Just make me an investigation roll. Make me an investigation roll.
That'd be a 4.
You can't smell anything. Or actually, you just smell like the rotting pumpkins from 5 minutes down the road. It's just like corpse smell in your
Kerzzan,
nose.
I have a progress report.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pumpkin now.
Ah, noted. I'll make sure to pass that on to the rest of the party later when you're not around.
You want me to do it now? I can do it now. I'm really loud.
Please do. And then he magically amplifies her voice while Vrithelion is in this reverent movement.
Harrison is a dead
Ah!
pumpkin.
Are we under attack?
Why would you say such a thing?
Well, it's important news, I think. Yeah.
He is not a pumpkin.
I would like you to know, I smelled... She points at her head. I smelled for dead. And I smelled pumpkin. And you saw Harrison nearby with the trinket. Therefore,
I did not see...
know...
No. I did not see Harrison. Only this.
That's a sign. See, that's not something you could take with you in pumpkin form now, is it?
Castien, why don't you roll me persuasion?
Oh, no. That is a 13.
Is it an opposed insight check?
Sure. Why don't you roll against it?
Oh,
21.
No!
I just shake my head at Castien. I'm not hitting the rock for that one.
The rocks are amazing.
We should continue. Yeah, and I do. I look reverent. I look like this means something.
Yeah, Vrithelion, you are definitely the Harrison. It's not that Harrison seems to speak to you through this trinket, but it was obviously his and it was obviously prized. He obviously loved it. It was something that was special to him. So it'll feel as if he is still with you and as if that thing is guiding you and giving you greater speed, which is pretty cool. So Vrithelion, you're now actually, hilariously, even though you're the sickliest, you're also the quickest in the party. You're the fastest runner.
I can get to the bar faster than everyone else, so I can double over and cough. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, well done.
Yes.
All right, so you're gonna continue on, ease on down the road, and you walk for about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You might eat a couple eggs.
I will not.
And okay, you don't have to eat eggs, Castien. And then Kerzzan, you start to hear faint snatches of music coming from sort of far, far off to the right.
Is it can I is it good music? Do I make a check to see like the quality of the music, or do I just faintly hear stuff?
I'd like you to roll insight, please. It's not bad music. It's not like badly sung and played. But please make me an insight check as to anything else about the music.
20. Dirty 20.
So you recognize this as a song that you've heard before, but infrequently and in snatches.
Is it coming from ahead of us or behind us? Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's coming from ahead of you, just sort of to your right, towards the fields as opposed to the forest. Although the forest is really quite sparse by now. And it's really just fields as far as you can see. But it's coming from ahead of you. You recognize it. You don't know the name of the song, but you've definitely heard it before. It's not normally performed in public. It's something that is often performed, or like whenever you've heard it, it's been performed in private, more ceremonially. It seems to be more of a hymn or a summoning or some kind of it seems to have some kind of spiritual resonance or significance, and that's what you know about the song.
Kerzzan halts everybody with a hand and goes, "Can you guys hear that?"
Everybody else, please roll me perception.
19.
24.
19.
Wow.
Ooh.
4. What was that? What did you say?
Just off ahead.
Granny has a senior moment.
Yes, I
but
hear
everybody else hears it. Castien, you hear it quite clearly. Bulwark and Vrithelion, you also hear it fairly clearly. Bulwark, it also jogs your memory slightly. Just you've heard it once. You've heard something, either this or something like this, once or twice at ceremonies. Castien, you have definitely heard it, but this is not a song that you would ever have participated in singing or playing, because you never got to that point in school. You never got to that level of schooling that you would have been, like with the 24. You never got to the level of schooling that where you would have been taught this song. And Vrithelion, like Bulwark, you have heard it. You've heard this song occasionally in the same sort of circumstances as Kerzzan did.
You know that feeling when, it's on the tip of your tongue. It's just right here somewhere in your undead cranium that you're just I'm very curious. I just want to. Do you guys mind? I just want to see. Just have a peek what that is.
Do I know the
as a
name of
music
the song?
connoisseur.
Like clearly knowing that this is a song taught at my school, would I know the name of the song?
You wouldn't know the name of the song because it would have been kind of secretive. It would have been something that people at the level that you got to would not have really. You heard like snatches of it, like as you were walking around, but you probably shouldn't have heard it.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have known the name of the song. You don't even know if it has a name, but it's just it's quite a powerful ceremonial song.
Okay.
Kerzzan starts walking towards it, just slowly, just trying to see if he can hear it better and try to match the tune on his lute. Kind of absent-mindedly.
Okay. So as you walk for a couple of minutes. Is everybody following Kerzzan, or are you staying where you are?
No, we follow.
We're gonna go.
Okay. So you're sort of going off into the field, and the grass in the field is getting longer. And at a certain point, you come upon a little sign, a little wooden sign that says something in Celestial.
Wait, I might read that. Hold on.
Mhm.
I know at least a couple of you do.
I think Castien and I do this.
Yes.
Yeah. So it says this way to thee. And then the last bit is a really, really, really archaic word in Celestial. And neither of you fully recognize it. I'd like you each to make me a history check, please.
Guidance on Vrithelion.
I was going to say, take
Oh.
Vrithelion, please.
Castien.
Okay.
I got a natural 1, which has a -1, so I'm at 0.
Ah,
You sure you want to guide me, friend?
Yup.
Okay, what do I add? A 4?
Yeah.
D4.
Let's find out what I'm at. That's a 1! Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
Teamwork!
Yay!
I'm rolling hot, which if there's a combat, that's when it's all going to fall apart.
We got to get those out of the way now. Yeah.
I know. I got a 19.
Nice. Okay. So, Castien, not only can you not read it, you can barely read this way to the. You're like your reading brain is just not working today. But Vrithelion, you recognize that the word, there isn't a precise translation to common, but it refers to a celebration or a soiree or a festival, some kind of event to mark the passage of time. It's normally held in the spring, normally held outdoors. It's an old festival or party or some kind of something that has not been, as far as you know, hasn't been officially celebrated in any religion for a very long time. But you can just about remember from your study that this word exists and that's what it refers to.
Interesting. It's a very old term for celebration of the season. It's usually in the spring. It's odd. I to use such a word.
Yeah, because I'd
has
say
not-
we're like early summer at best. I think spring is kind of like good and done.
Yeah, but it is an old celebration. That's what the word means, right? And I know that Castien couldn't figure it out, but I look at you to help you save face, right? That you agree, yes?
I want to check with Jess real quick. So I would know that this is from the school. Do I know what they're celebrating with it?
No. No, you
It
wouldn't.
sounds like a tune, and that is
Yeah.
a sign, literally.
Kerzzan's like, oh, so a party, awesome, and he calls his mage hand out to hold his lute while he starts like writing like impromptu song lyrics in case he ends up performing soonish.
Yes, it is interesting. Yes, maybe a festival of sorts. I'm very curious. Why the sign is written in Celestial, and also why they use such an archaic word. I am intrigued.
Also, if they require entertainment.
I mean, with the
Does
music,
the-
it sounds like they kind of got that covered. But if you want to add to it, I'm sure they wouldn't take away from it.
Does the name of the festival mean anything to me?
Roll me a lore check, please.
Is it the history?
Yeah.
I guess history, yeah.
24.
Ooh.
Shit.
Good lord.
Get him out of the way now. Get him out of the way now.
So it wouldn't mean anything to you in terms of your own experience underground.
Uh-oh, did Jess freeze?
Oh no.
The
Uh-oh.
suspense.
That's dramatic pause.
Oh,
A
I
dramatic.
thought she was thinking for a second, and I was like, oh.
Jess
think we
rolled a
lost
1. Jess rolled a 1 on her explanation roll.
She rolled a 1 on internet connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'd like to say we charge forward, but I guess we can take this moment to plan while we wait for our DM to come back.
I think that's a great idea.
Hmm.
The question is, do we march right into a place that we do not know if we are welcome? Or perhaps do we go to the periphery and scout it, as you will?
In my experience, at my wise age, I've learned that if you go hide in the bushes and chuck things at people, you get a good vibe check for like if they're cool or not. Because they might be curious, like, why are things coming at me? But if they like draw their swords, you need to leave.
Why don't we just hide in the
Okay.
bushes without the throwing?
Without the throw.
Ah!
Oh.
Welcome back.
What just happened?
You froze for a
Froze.
long time.
Yeah, you were
No.
gone. We
Like
lost
2
you
minutes.
at Lore Underground.
Oh no!
Perfectly timed pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! I was like literally, I had just talked about a whole thing. I was like literally, I just told you all of the things. Okay, I'm sorry.
Take two.
I don't know what happened.
Take
Take
two.
two. Okay,
Take two.
so Lore
That's why there's
Underground, you
always
got a
take two.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out why the internet did that. So 24. So you recognize this. You don't. It's not something you've ever taken part in, but you recognize it from a book that that belonged to the person who made you, Ulfgar, and it was a common translation of an old celestial text. It described a festival that sorry, I have to like go back and think about like all of the things that I just said that I had set up for this. It was an old festival basically to welcome spring. It was a fertility rite of some sort, but it was banned at a certain point because increasingly the behavior of those who participated in the festival became strange, antisocial, scary, problematic. And the offspring that sprung from this festival, whether it was plants or animals or creatures or humans or other other humanoids, That the offspring were not right. They were wrong in various ways. So it was banned. And snatches of it survived. Sometimes people would attempt, little bits of it. They would adopt little bits of the rights, little bits of the song, to try to get the fertility effect without the bad effect. And sometimes it would work, and sometimes it wouldn't. But that is what about this festival, is that it is very powerful indeed, and it is very not allowed in any religion that you know of.
And I relay that to everyone.
Okay.
All the more reason that we perhaps approach with caution.
And chuck only a few things, right, Vrithelion?
Chuck, you know what? Let us hold the few.
Lob?
Why don't we hold the few things you want to chuck, and then we will see where that goes. But let us not chuck. Let us not prematurely chuck.
So, I do have this pen that I made. I'm gonna hold up. This is basically a tattoo gun that will let one of you or me. It'll give you a tattoo that'll let you cast one first level spell. This is one of my artificer things that I can create.
Do we need time to attune to it?
No. I'm just going to tattoo it on you a little bit. This gives you the ability to cast a spell.
I want to go!
Wait, but just one spell?
Just one, and then the tattoo's gone. It's a very temporary tattoo.
What kind of spell?
Yes.
I can't
level
even
one
do
spell.
magic. I'll go!
But I was thinking Castien, we could maybe give you the ability to create a familiar for the time being to scout ahead.
Oh.
Oh, do we just need an animal? Hold on. And I'm going to go into my bag. Hold on. I've got all the music and everything going. I'm going to go into
Or if you
my
have an animal.
bag. Well, I keep all my friends in my bag, and I just hold up the bag of tricks. Let me clear this out. All right, I need a D8. Let's see who wants to come play today. That's going to be... I'm going to pull out a giant rat from my bag.
That works as a spy.
This is Ratilda. She'll do great. And I toss her out.
Best rat name ever.
Oh my gosh.
That also works.
All right, Ratilda, you're on reconnaissance. You're going to go in there. You're going to listen with your little ears. Don't bite anybody this time. We learned last time. They recognize you when you bite them. If you're going to bite them, finish the job. And anyway, I send her in.
Oh, no.
Kerzzan... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Ratilda shouldn't bite anybody.
Ratilda
On that
knows what she
note,
wants.
Kerzzan's a bit sad that it's not a party that he could potentially perform at, but he's also, very into collecting music and things like that. So he's like, if it pleases the party, I would be happy to assist Ratilda just to see if this song could potentially be harmful to us on our journey if we were to leave it alone. Would that be amenable for everyone? I'm undead. I'm very, very stealthy. I'm sure I could.
in favor of sacrificing Kerzzan.
Right, dearie.
Yes.
Not my words, but okay.
Kerzzan, please don't sacrifice yourself, but yes, be careful.
I have no intent to sacrifice this face, good sir. I'll be just a moment.
Bulwark, what are your eyebrows doing right now?
What's slowly
I think that I don't have any actual control over them, so it's just him doing whatever
They're just like,
whatever Kerzzan feels like. Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah,
the wave.
yeah, they mimic my emotions, so it's just like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you made yourself a mirror. That's amazing.
Before Kerzzan leaves, may I? And I hold my hand out towards you.
Oh, you're a friend of mine. I'll give you an autograph for free, of course.
No. So I pull out a small silver mirror and I cast Sanctuary on you.
Oh.
Oh.
So basically, I ward you against attack. So until it ends, any creature who targets you has to make a wisdom saving throw. So just to give you an added layer of protection in case things go awry.
Oh, much appreciated. Thank you so much. I will cherish it forever or until it dissipates.
Yes, you'll cherish it for a minute, so be quick.
Right, and then he kind of dramatically exit stage left, crouches down, and starts sneaking off with the rat.
Ratilda.
Okay.
Ratilda.
All right. Okay, so it takes you all find a little so Ratilda and Kerzzan, you all find a little path. Like it looks like it was sort of beaten down just a couple days ago. This is not like a long standing path through this field. The grass is now almost as tall as you. It's obviously been whatever this is, it's obviously been hidden in this big grassy field. And so you sort of follow this half-beaten path, and you come across a large camp. It's sort of temporary thatched roofed huts. There's a few cots, but everything is centered around a big container of some kind that's surrounded by a mandala almost, of red and white, with strange symbols scratched or inked into it, in the bare ground that's been where the grass has been removed, and there's sort of a big dirt and just undergrowth circle. So there's obviously some kind of ceremony that either has happened or will happen or is in the midst of happening here. You only see one person, but that person is preoccupied and doesn't see you. They're standing on this mandala, sort of looking into the center of this circle. And they're wearing pure white robes. You can't tell their gender, but they're about 6 feet tall. They're quite slim, wearing pure white robes, with sort of medium brown skin, and long hair, almost down to their feet. And they don't see you.
Ratilda's gonna use keen smell real quick just for a perception check. I think I have advantage on that, so okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have Ratilda on my shoulder, so they also have protection from the sanctuary.
Okay.
I already forgot the check I was doing. Wisdom is what I was doing. Okay, hold on. Do I just? That's the. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. 22 versus 22.
Okay. You perceive that this is a human.
Oh, she's smelling, so I'm going for whatever I can smell. If I smell
Okay.
any corpses, if I smell any pumpkin, if I smell any dead Harrison, if I smell any big hawk.
She does not smell any hawk. She does not smell Harrison or any other rabbit-type creature. She smells... There's death around, but it's not a corpse specifically. It's just kind of the scent, like the feeling of death. There's an ambiance of death. It's
I'd like to make a
ode
perception
death.
check as well, just to
Okay.
see if I can get more information.
Okay. Please do.
Ooh, nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Damn, okay. So, you definitely... So, with that perception check, in fact, you can tell that there are 3 other figures standing around that central area. They've just...
And where are Ratilda and I?
You two are approximately 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, about 70 feet to the west of them, looking at them. But with a nat 20, you can see that there are 3 other figures, and they seem to have cloaked themselves in something, some kind of magic, or some kind of something, but they're there. The figure that you could see was not cloaked. That person was just there. They all seem either human or humanoid. You can't tell exactly what race they are from here, but they're all humanoid. They're either human or elf or half elf, or maybe a half orc. And they're all concentrating on something in the center of this circle.
Okay. Kerzzan looks over to Ratilda on his shoulder and just whispers, "Right, this does not look like a party that we want to attend." And he tries to sneak back to the party to report what he's seen.
Okay, you managed to get out of there without anybody seeing.
Nice. So Kerzzan kind of gets out of the tall bushes with Ratilda, and is just like, "So, Ratilda and I have done the reconning, and it appears there's a ritual of sorts going on. Not a party at all, not something I feel like we would really want to attend unless, we may get a less than awesome or holy welcome. Yeah, I think maybe steer clear." And then I look at Ratilda to confirm.
I'm gonna check with Ratilda if it looks like a fun ritual, though. Just did it look
Vibe
like
check from the rat.
What I saw was the dog,
I saw the dog stretch too.
I saw the dog, and I was just like, "Is that Ratilda? Is that Ratilda on her shoulder?"
Stretches, yeah.
That was amazing. Yeah. Okay. So, Ratilda
would have been at the city with me. Would this be a fun party?
Ratilda smelled a bunch of death, but it could have been the death of things that were good to eat. But it could also have been the death of things that were not good to eat, and it could also be your death. So
Kerzzan sees the look on Castien's face, and he immediately looks at the party. Just to be clear, from my experience, coming from a society of spider demon worshipping elves below the earth, this does not have the vibe of a place we would like to visit unless we want to kill things or be killed.
Are we
Just
still not
putting that out
chucking
there.
eggs at 'em? We could just chuck some eggs really hard, really high up. Woo! See how they react to it.
But
Sure,
Castien,
fine.
that would make Vrithelion very sad.
That's true. Those eggs are for eating, Castien.
Hmm.
All right, then we'll toss Bulwark. Bulwark, come here.
Hello. Okay.
No.
Bulwark, you don't have to do that.
I don't think she can lift me. It's okay.
Kerzzan, if your professional opinion from scouting is that we should move on, I agree. Then
Yeah, the song's
Indeed,
getting louder slowly, so you're gonna want to decide pretty soon because the sky's also starting to get a little bit glimmery.
I don't know if this is. Can you insight a song to see if it has some sort of, I don't know, evil connotation or there's something, like how it makes you feel?
We kind of did that earlier. Bulwark got the vibe that was something that was forbidden, and then I physically looked at it, and I'm just like, ooh.
But now that it's ramping up, has it changed? Is there more of an insistence with the music?
Mm.
Right. So
Good question.
The music, you guys all did pretty well in terms of trying to find out what this song was. Basically, because it's a fertility ritual, it's it is very it's very enchanting. Like there is the risk that you will be taken by it, and because it is a song of attraction. But
It's a sexy song.
it's
a sexy song.
I mean, I guess you could think of it that way.
Well, Bulwark
It's
said it was a
also-
fertility festival.
It is
Well-
kind of a fertility festival, but it's also it's like a siren song kind of thing where if it also could destroy you.
Let's
We-
continue walking then.
We
yes?
should go, yes, and leave.
I am concerned for Granny. She's seeming a little less for wear lately.
Okay.
And
I turned you're over here, Kerzzan, and I go, "Oh yes, dearie, thank you very much," and I continue walking.
Yeah. So in
I
fact,
I will give Granny my arm as.
I was just about to. Kerzzan
as-
offers the
yeah.
other. We're both just carrying her off the floor. Just-
yeah. So in fact, Granny, you are feeling really as your physical condition deteriorates, you are feeling an increasing urge to go and see about this song.
Oh,
Almost as if you're trying to recapture some kind of lost youth. But you're being led away from the song, which may be better for your survival. Who knows? But that is what's happening. The rest of you, I'd like you to all make will saves, please.
Oh boy,
What is a will save? Sorry.
it's a wisdom. I think it's
Wisdom,
a
Sorry,
wisdom.
okay.
saving.
wisdom. Sorry, apologies. I was playing Pathfinder on Friday.
It's okay.
19.
Hey, it's okay. I have like
Sorry.
19 rule sets that are floating around in my head as well. So-
6.
Yeah. Humming, if you're watching, I
Eight.
blame you. Anyway.
How
6
am I the strongest willed here? What is going on?
Because you didn't eat the eggs.
that's
See?
that's true. It's true.
14.
Oh no.
Okay, so Castien, what was your roll?
19.
Okay, so Vrithelion and Castien, you are not enchanted in any way. Bulwark and Kerzzan, you feel a really strong urge to go and find this song and dance to this song.
Just to
so-
clarify, this is not like a charmed effect.
It would be, actually. Are you immune to charm?
I am.
Well, then you do not feel any urge to do such a thing. Bulwark, are you immune to charm? Let me check.
No.
In fact, no, I think you're not.
Where do you
He actually
go?
enjoys being charmed. It's very weird.
Aw, Bulwark.
Kind of his
Bulwark
thing.
just like
Flattered.
What?
I just like to dance.
He does the robot
Bulwark-
so well.
You know what? So Bulwark, you start doing a little bit of a jig, as you sort of slowly, and your jig sort of slowly takes you sort of in the direction of this music. But the rest of you are not charmed by this.
We need to stop Bulwark now.
Bulwark.
Matilda tackle?
Like a Pokemon.
It's super effective. All right. So yeah. So you're are you trying to?
I would like to
stop
try
them?
to stop Bulwark
Cool.
before Bulwark gets too close.
Okay. Vrithelion, I guess you're gonna have to make me an athletics check.
Hey, I'm
sorry.
strong. I'm
Oh, no, you're right,
strong.
You are strong.
And
You're
I'm
I'm
sickly.
just sickly.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
All right, and it'll be opposed. So Bulwark, please also roll me athletics.
17.
Oh my gosh.
I can't roll higher.
Yay!
25.
Oh my gosh.
I plan-
What is
I-
going
I
on?
plant my feet.
Damn, your dice are just on fire tonight. Okay, so not only are you planting your feet, but your insistence allows Bulwark to sort of shake off this charm for the next 30 seconds. So
Bulwark,
y'all
we
have
need to move away
30
now.
seconds to get him out of here.
These beats are too groovy. They're infectious. I got to get out of here.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I turn Bulwark around and start moving.
Harpsichord too sexy over here. Can't contain it.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
That's
so
the music I use. So
are you actually using that music right now?
Yeah, there's harpsichord that's just been a loop playing.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay,
love
sorry, I thought you meant "I'm Too Sexy," that you were using that song.
No,
Like,
that feels like that would be copyright.
From like the 90s. Oh, right, said Fred. Anyway, so yeah, so you all are moving slowly away. Which of you is leading Granny away? Because she is also feeling some kind of urge.
Because
to...
Vrithelion is. I still have my arm with Granny.
That's right, you do.
So she knows. Yeah, her head and her body are no longer like communicating. So I'm just guiding her forward.
I also have Ratilda jump up on her head and try and cover her ears.
I'm gonna make Ratilda make an acrobatics check, please.
Okay.
You know, it's a well-known fact that elephants and rats get along great.
It's a 7.
Ratilda just kind of scrabbles around on Granny's head like a little hat.
Distractions.
Yeah, it's a good distraction. Yes. Okay, so this comedy of errors kind of is walking out of the field, and I'd like you each to make me another wisdom save with advantage, please, because you're far enough away.
Thank God for advantage. A nat 1 to a nat 20.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
I got a 21.
Ooh.
21 as well.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Kerzzan?
I got a 10.
Okay, Kerzzan. All the rest of you save. Kerzzan, you are just barding. You cannot help the urge to want to know more about this song. You want to know how to play this song. And so you are gonna turn around and try to walk back.
Ratilda's gonna bite his leg.
Okay.
Oh, you know what, guys? This song is just
Try him back,
Okay.
Ratilda! I'm pretending to fish.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask Ratilda to. Well, I don't know. You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give it
Thank
to
you.
you. It distracts Kerzzan just enough to pull him out of the song's active zone.
I warned you, she
And
bites.
you are all safe for now.
For now.
For now.
We need to keep moving.
Thank you.
Castien,
Right.
those animals you have in that bag are very useful.
Thank you. They're before you guys. They were my only friends. Do you want to live in the bag?
Oh, maybe later.
Oh, maybe don't hold the bag of animals to the only elephant person in the party.
Such a fair thing, but Castien's so dense. She's just like, nah, like you fit right in here.
Oh yeah, I appreciate
Oh,
the
dear.
offer.
No.
Oh my gosh.
It's lightly
That's hilarious
singed at the
that you
bottom.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so where are you off to now that you have managed to get out of the grip of this horrifying
Oh yeah,
song?
we were looking for green fields. Did any of the fields look green over there, Kerzzan?
Technically, it's all green, but I'll defer to Vrithelion for directions.
The green fields that we are looking for are quite some distance, probably at least, well, days walking from here to the east.
All right, well, let's get grooving then.
Real quick,
Okay.
I'm feeling quite peckish. Could I have an egg?
Well, of course, we have many eggs to have.
Cool. I'm gonna chuck one back at the camp. The odds of acrobatics actually hitting this are astonishing, but damn it, I'm gonna try.
All right. Please do me a favor and make me an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
A disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
That's
but,
an 11.
Nope.
It was gonna be a 17. Okay, cool.
Oh,
That egg just smashes
free.
somewhere in the field.
It'll become a chicken here soon. I
Castien, stop throwing our food.
I'm
Funny
planting
you should say
chickens
that.
for future food.
That's not how chickens work.
Funny.
Or planting.
Funny you should say that about the eggs. Because one of the eggs in the, well, I guess, how many did you take out, Castien? Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Just one? Can you still see the rest of the eggs? Or they're just the bag of holding?
Yeah, they're the bag of holding, so I could like take them out, but I don't think we can
no, you
see them.
Don't have to. You don't have to. You know what? We'll leave it. Just leave it.
We'll leave it.
I don't
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know
You
if
can't
anyone likes when the DM says we'll just leave it.
We'll just leave it for later. We'll see what happened to those eggs.
Okay.
If you can't see them, then you don't know.
Out of sight, out of
the,
mind.
The egg that you threw, Castien, did feel a little bit heavy.
Like on a scale of egg to not egg, how heavy was it?
I mean, it's egg, but it's egg containing something that an unfertilized egg wouldn't necessarily contain.
Interesting.
So, did we see it splat or like how it landed when after she threw it? No noises.
It's off in the tall grass.
And should I make a perception to see if I'm smart enough to have even noticed that, or are you gonna just give me that I would notice it feels different than a normal egg?
I'm just giving you that you would notice it. That I'm just gonna give that to you.
All right, I will misuse this later.
As will I, my
Save
friend.
for later
as
shenanigans.
will I.
I can't wait for the bag of holding to be filled with like 150 dead chicks that suffocated.
Well, I mean, the eggs are not hatched or anything. They're just eggs. So far.
No, they're not, you liar.
No, nothing of this seems right. Yeah, says the founder of Meat Pumpkin. No, trust me.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Meat Pumpkins.
I trust no
Incorporated.
foodstuffs.
That's me. Yeah, sorry. I have a thing about liking to make food weird, and also bodies weird, and also just things in general weird. But you were the one who chose me as the DM.
No, what?
This is really your fault.
So it's just
This is your
Sweeney
fault.
Todd.
Not IRL, just in game. So yes, so you are easing on down the road with your bag of holding full of maybe eggs and that song receding in the distance behind you, and the road is it's getting wider. And the fields are getting they're less sort of just grassy fields, and they seem to be more to be more tended now. There's farmhouses, there's evidence of habitation. There's evidence of a couple of towns potentially. And there is a staircase down into the rock quite suddenly on your left. Just a literal staircase down into the earth.
Guys want to go to hell?
And back.
Yeah!
The and back is the important part.
Already been. Don't recommend.
I'm gonna go
There is no
sniff.
sign that says hell. It's just a staircase.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
sniff the staircase air.
Okay. It is. I mean, it smells like kind of dank air that you would expect if you've got a staircase down into the rock, but it does not currently smell of bodies.
Does it look like a cellar of some sort?
It looks like it could at some point have been a root cellar, or I mean, it's a staircase, so you can't see further down than about 5 or 6 feet, and all you can see really is stairs and walls that start out as sort of earth and become stone.
Challenge accepted.
Castien,
Bulwark?
let me help your eyes. And I take out a copper
Mhm.
and I cast light on it. Throw it down the stairs.
I was gonna use an egg, but that works.
Yeah, I know what you were going to use. I can't eat this copper.
Have you tried?
No,
Become a
no.
little, like a firefly. Okay, so You cast light on the copper and throw it down the stairs. And it falls for what feels like quite a long time as it kind of rolls and tumbles down the stairs. And at the very bottom, you can only dimly see because light isn't that powerful and this is underground. But there seems to be quite a large space at the bottom. And as you watch, there's a shadow that passes across where the lit copper is. And
Hello?
there's a voice that shouts in a language that none of you can understand. And why don't we take a 5-minute break?
No! The suspense. Guys, if you haven't
While I
entered
set
into
some of
the
this stuff up.
contest yet, please go ahead and do so. I'm going to link some music over here. So we actually, do you guys want music? You can say in chat if you want music or if you want some calming forest ambiance. You got to put the
Ambiance.
Ambiance. There's that
Or
in there.
5 minutes of someone screaming from a cellar horrifically. You know, that's always very calming.
I think that,
Ominous screaming, please.
Yeah.
Please do that one. I
All
like
right.
that one. No, anyway.
We will be right back in 5.
Okay.
All right, featuring Lily. Lily says hi. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Music is very loud. Hold on. Here we go. Welcome, everybody, back. We're going to give everybody a couple minutes or a couple seconds here because I don't think there's much of a delay on here anymore. Don't ask why I'm off-center. I can... There we go. I fixed it. Let me close entries real quick, and then we'll unmute and say hi to everybody. I say hi to the winner. Close entry. I just saw who won. Hold on, Gupper. Am I even muted over here? No, I'm not. I was like, it'd be weird if I was muted. All right. Hold on, am I muted over here? All right, you guys ready to jump back into it? Hold on, we have a winner. I saw who the winner is, so I'm laughing.
Who is why are you laughing? Who's the winner?
Drumroll. Sid Alpha! You are the winner of the group garden.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, sorry.
It was the perfect crime.
Amazing.
Guys, can we get some congrats for Sid Alpha in the chat over here?
Congrats.
That's
Sorry,
amazing.
I don't think I have a chat ability. But...
Congratulations, Sid.
Oh,
Congrats,
Cotton says, are the
Sid.
ducks on your headphones? Yes, I've glued them there. Hot glue will fix most problems, and for those that it doesn't, alcohol will. It's my life motto right there.
Sid, in honor of your win, Vrithelion will eat one extra egg tonight while thinking of you.
If those eggs turn out to be alive, this is going to be great.
We'll see.
All right, Sid, you know the email to email. If you will email that, guys, if you want to jump into it, let me reopen. And it's not my undying friendship anymore, but it is the crit die. The Streamlabs was glitching on me, so I had to open one, and it was my undying friendship. Let me start that up. I have a current giveaway. We'll fix this giveaway thing while we start this, so that those of you who are watching for the rest of this episode, you can still enter and win next episode. It accumulates the points.
Wow.
Ooh la la.
Wow.
And all right,
Wow.
I have sent out most of the dice, but I think there's one or two that I haven't yet sent out, but I will send them out probably tomorrow. So if you haven't received a die and you did win, you will actually receive the die. I just am very busy. But
I can
promise I'll
confirm,
send
I
it.
got mine. I don't know if you guys got yours, but I got mine, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's the goods.
All
It is
right,
the
so
goods.
we're chucking things down. We're seeing shadows.
Yeah.
Now what is
So
going on?
we found a staircase just down into the rock, just at the edge of a field, and there somebody has been shouting, and you realize it is in a language you don't understand. But the reason it's in the language you don't understand is because the person's just saying. So.
What you
Etc.
cut out? You cut out.
Oh, I cut out because this scream was too annoying. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. Because I'm on my laptop mic, and it doesn't register annoying sounds.
Yeah, I
So
did not like
just-
that at all.
Just imagine like a high pitched like the most annoying sound that you've ever imagined. Just imagine that sound.
I've got this.
So okay.
Do re mi fa.
Okay, stop. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Sorry, that actually wasn't bad. That was actually quite nice in relation to how this sound was. But yes, imagine that, but sung badly.
Don't tempt me
If
to
I
do it
did it.
again.
I
If
mean,
did
you could
all
do
three,
it again.
all of us will do it at a cacophony.
Oh.
I don't
So-
know if Brooke's voice can get up that high.
Yeah, no. I'll provide the low foundation. Oh.
So, before we do anything else, though, with this weird space underground, Bulwark, I'd like you to roll me athletics, I suppose. What I'm trying to do is figure out how tightly you closed the bag of holding that had the eggs in it, because that will determine
Alright.
some things.
13.
Okay, not bad. So some of the eggs are just regular eggs. Many of the eggs are just regular eggs. Just FYI.
Good to know.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So back to the eggs later. In the meantime, you've got a person making a very annoying sound at the bottom of your stairs that you've just discovered. And then you hear some footsteps. And then they stop. And then they go back down. And some muttering.
Do they pass by the light at any point?
They do pass by the light, but they, from this distance, you can only sort of see them in like as shadowy figures in robes. They do seem humanoid of some kind, and they're not made of metal.
Kerzzan looks at Castien and is just gauging whether or not we're chasing her into the hole or if this is preventable.
Well, Castien does speak fluent annoying, so this is the call of my people coming from this depths of hell. But the footsteps, I'm now convinced it's a ghost. I don't know. I'm still judging how I feel about ghosts, you know? Like, I didn't know I'd be friends with zombies until I was friends with zombies, right, Kerzzan? High five.
Kerzzan gets the mage hand to high five you. He's not moving.
So maybe we befriend ghost.
I don't believe.
I'm down for whatever, but it does.
Well, I think the question we have to ask ourselves is, do we want to go down there, or do we continue moving forward? This is odd. It's just there, right? Right on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Stairway.
It's not really the side. It's like sort of 10 feet into a field.
Yeah, but still weird.
I do question the proximity of a hidden hole with a robed figure so close to the clearing of other robed figures. However, if we're going to go down a hole, then let's go down the hole. I'm still watching Castien, just waiting for her to just spontaneously run in so he could maybe levitate her and stop her. In fact, he readies the spell levitate. He just starts kind of pretending he's tuning his lute, but he's really just getting ready to cast levitate on Castien.
Okay. Well, the hole's still there. You can hear a little bit more muttering.
It's still something we don't understand.
It's still I mean, you understand
Speak
that it's a hole.
up!
Well, it's you're a little far from like it's if
I'll
there
take
were
2
like
steps in then, and then I'll yell.
Okay.
Speak up!
There's silence
Cowards.
as speak up echoes against the walls of this staircase.
Castien, you should back up. They have the advantage with you there.
No, I think I have
Exactly.
the high ground.
Yes.
High
but you
ground
can't-
doesn't matter if crossbow bolts come out from the hole.
Yes, it doesn't matter if you can't see your quarry.
Are you guys gonna throw crossbows at me? Because it works better if you shoot them.
I walk up
There's-
behind Castien.
She does have a
There's
point.
there's
She's not wrong.
low- It's true. There's a low muttering from the hole, as if there's like more than one person conferring. And then somebody shouts in common, "How did you find us?"
The road?
What do you mean?
There's a road. There's a road here. Do you want to come up and see it?
There's no road.
There's a road, right? And I'm like, I want
Yeah.
to verify with the
Yes.
There is a road. There is.
The
yes,
entrance
there's a
to
road.
this cave is mere feet from the road.
And you don't do a very good job hiding the hole with the stairs in it.
It actually kind of draws attention to the hole and the stairs in it.
And we could hear your muttering.
There's
Just
some
sassing the
angry
shit
muttering.
out of this.
Yeah. There's some angry muttering now, like as if like somebody is getting chewed out. And then that same voice says, "We will not shoot crossbows, but do not enter.
Define
We do not wish to
enter.
harm you."
Because, like, enter is a very subjective term. Like, does that mean all the way go all the way down? Like, is this an entrance path? Is this another path? Is this a walkway? The same that the walkway is that is walking out of the way. Upstairs, by that I mean up the 2 stairs that I have stepped down. Or is enter in, like, more of a metaphysical term, like a spiritual kind of thing? Like, you enter the vibe of the room, but not necessarily. Or is enter into like a dialogue? Because we've already entered into a dialogue. Please stop me.
So Castien doesn't notice, but Kerzzan casts levitate just without casting noticing. So she suddenly next thing she knows, she's floating like 20 feet above the ground while she's having this conversation.
Okay.
And while that happens, I use divine sense to detect good and evil within 60 feet to see what's going on down there.
Okay. You are not actually within 60 feet of them.
Oh, they're that far down?
Yeah, they're probably 100 feet down.
Oh, wow.
That's why you couldn't understand.
Oh,
what
that's
they were
quite a
saying when
yell.
They're muttering. Yeah. So they're like when they're shouting, like they. This is why like you can.
If I know they're that far away, then I won't do it. So.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're. I should have specified. They're about 90, 100 feet down.
Oh, all right. Well, it seems like they'll try and kill us if we go down there. So maybe we turn around unless others are concerned or really feel the desire to go down there.
I'm a bird! Sorry, I just need to shout that from the meditation side of things.
As you're having this conversation, Kerzzan has tied a rope to her foot and gave the lead to Vrithelion. So you're the only responsible one here. You should be in charge of her.
I have a Castien balloon.
I love it.
Oh my god.
It's just me with a lollipop. Yeah.
While I'm up here,
so-
real quick, I'm going to accidentally speak with animals by just shouting, "Caw-caw! Caw-caw!" as I am now convinced I'm a bird.
So you actually there is a fly that because you've cast speak with animals that speaks back to you, that's sort of buzzing around about 20 feet down from the entrance, and it seems to be the familiar of one of the figures down there, but it is an animal, and so it says, "It's nice down there, but I don't think they want visitors right now."
I'm going to try and swim down. It does nothing, but I'm still going to try.
I just hold tight to the rope.
Okay.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm
Why are you here?
well, I lived there, and then somebody decided to use me to see in different places, and I don't mind because I get to go to different places, but it is very nice down there. It's usually quite dark. I like the dark. I don't always like it up here because there's more things that can eat me.
Yeah, frogs especially.
I don't like those. You understand? Do they eat you too?
No, but one tried once. It was a weird situation. Is a giant
so
one,
large.
quite honestly. Well, it got bigger. That's the thing. Sometimes frogs, they grow and they shrink in size. I'm pretty sure that's a frog quality. Like, that's just something frogs can do, you know?
Look around. Who the hell is she talking to?
She's going.
So the fly is now has now come out and is now like sort of buzzing around your head, Castien, and is saying, I like it up here now because I'm not gonna get eaten. You're not gonna eat me, right?
Not particularly, no. Flies just you don't smell good. Like, you don't smell bad. I don't mean to offend you, but like, as far as food goes, I like oranges a lot more. Anyway, what's going on down there? I should probably make some story points here.
No, that's okay. Yeah, so the fly sort of buzzes around your head and says, they're trying to build something. I don't know if it's they're building or, well, they're building something, but they want somebody to come and see it. But it's not somebody that is already there. It's somebody they think will come up from very deep. They always say very deep, very, very, very deep, from the very deep dark. And I like dark, but the very deep dark seems not to be the same as the dark of underground. And they are trying to build something to make this and then it says a word that you can't, it's in fly language, like you can't quite understand.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make it come up from the very deep dark, and that's what. Oh, I better go. And it.
Okay, bye.
I guess
I
it's been
love
called
you.
by its creator, so it zips back down underground.
Hey guys, I'm tired of being a bird. Can I come down?
I'll walk Castien back from the stairs.
Okay.
Real quick, can I do a religion? Would it be a religion or a history check to know what god it's? I'm assuming it's a god they're trying to summon. So with that assumption, would it be religion or should I go with history?
I would go with history. It's not a god. It's not a god, but it's some kind of divine something.
10.
So, that's about what you know.
Okay.
You suspect that they're trying to summon something from some dimension, but you don't know 100% what it is.
Okay.
But you do identify this as like they're obviously building something for a summoning.
Hi guys.
Oh,
I grab Castien by like the legs and sort of plant you on the ground. Kerzzan, if you could.
Oh, of course. I was enjoying it too much. He just hits one chord and dispels the thing. Ding.
oh, that was great.
I made friends with a fly. His
Oh,
name is.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. What did
Anyway,
this fly say?
Well, they're trying to summon something down there.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Oh, that's never good.
What is this something, or is that?
Bzz.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Ah.
Good.
Did you get the feeling that if we didn't stop them from bringing up the something, that the entire world could be in peril, or is this something that, just calling up an old uncle for a party and we could
We
maybe
really
keep
more,
going?
Like talked about oranges and frogs. So. Yeah.
Right.
Bulwark.
Kerzzan looks at the other three. What do you reckon? Is this a moral imperative? Should we be good people and investigate?
Bulwark has heard nothing of the last 15 minutes. He's just been staring down the hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bulwark, please roll me an insight check.
18.
Okay. Bulwark, you. So you said he hasn't heard anything that.
He's heard basically nothing. He's been like zoned and just.
Okay.
If he could breathe, he would probably be hyperventilating.
Yeah. Bulwark, I'm sorry, I'm so super distracted by the cat
I know.
right
I'm sorry.
now.
He decided he
No,
really
that's
wanted
okay.
attention right now.
No, he's
so
so
cute.
close. No, I love him. I'm in my basement right now, and I don't allow my cats in my basement. Otherwise, I would be in the same position with an orange cat instead of black one. Yeah. So Bulwark really, really, really wants to go down the stairs because Bulwark feels like it's home. Bulwark feels like like underground is home, and it is, and it has been a very long time since he has been anywhere that feels like home. but he also understands that this is not his home, and that this is not the same as the place where he came from, and so he is conflicted. He doesn't know what to do.
I'm just gonna. I'm not paying attention to anybody else at the moment. I'm kind of just staring.
Yeah, I look around at the group. I do not know if we are fully prepared to attack a fortified position of which we know nothing about.
Oh, I don't know if we know nothing about it, and I just point towards Bulwark.
Bulwark, are you all right?
The same voice that you heard before calling to you out of the hole calls to you again and says, "Would you answer a question for us?"
Wait. Nobody answered, because that question kind of answers the question. If we answer the question, if well, then either way we're answering yes.
Hello?
Hi!
We have a question.
We are listening.
Did you hear a song?
I don't like where this question's going.
Yeah.
Define
I look at Granny just
Yes.
nodding. Yes.
Yes. I wasn't sure if Castien was gonna answer, so Granny was like, "All right, yes."
Define song! I'll add in afterwards.
There's a moment of silence, and then the voice says, "A song is a sequence of notes in a pattern that makes what we call music. Do you understand
Yes, we
music?"
understand what a song is, but what kind of song?
And songs are really subjective, because you have to understand the pattern first to really even understand if it's a song at all. And does song even need to have a pattern? Because perhaps they don't actually need to have a pattern, but just have to have a steady cadence of beats along with it.
That is very true, actually. In musical theory, some things cannot actually be classified as songs. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked. What?
This person is just silently listening to you all yammer about songs, and then finally shouts back up, "Depending on your definition of song, I believe this is a song. It is very beautiful, but it makes a very bad response.
Well,
Bad things happen. Did you hear it?"
I mean, they can't be that much of a foe. They agree that what we think is bad is also what they think is bad.
That's true.
I just tend to not trust voices coming out of dark voids in the ground.
That's fair. Why don't you come up here and we'll answer your questions. Also, I'm for once tired of yelling.
So you're yelling this to them down the stairs?
Yes.
All right. "What assurance do I have that you will be friendly and will not shoot crossbows at me?"
Several assurances. Firstly, I don't have many friends, so I'm kind of desperately seeking them. Secondly, I don't even own a crossbow. Thirdly, if I did own a crossbow, I wouldn't have the ability to fire said crossbow. Fourthly, I don't have arrows. Fifthly, did I mention the crippling loneliness?
"I'm sorry to hear that." And then there's like some muttering, like a quick, like sort of urgent discussion, and then footsteps up the stairs.
Stand back from the stairs to not be, in a threatening stature.
Okay. And the person comes up the stairs. They are about 6.5 feet tall. They seem to be a half elf. They're quite sort of broad for a half elf. Their skin is also medium brown. Their hair is brown. Their eyes are brown. They are wearing a brown robe. They look to be likely masculine. And their eyes are pure white, with just a very small pupil in the center. They're squinting at you. I guess if they're masculine, it's that I'll just decide that the gender is he. For now, he squints at you as if he hasn't been in the light for a very long time, and he looks around and he says to you, "Why is there a road here?"
Oh.
This is the road that goes through here.
Well, yeah, we were just walking on it, and then we saw this staircase. It's not very... You see how it's noticeable?
Yes. It should have been hidden. There should be a field. This is not a road. This should not be a road. This should not... And he sort of ambles in his speech to a stop. And he looks at you all. And he says, "I think I've been asleep for a very long time."
Did you just awaken?
Not long ago. Where did you hear this song?
Went
That
down
way.
the road.
We all just point.
Literally just
Yeah,
there.
at this point. And he's gonna look at you and say, "Was it beautiful?"
Subjectively, it was alright.
It made our friend here dance, so someone liked it.
I'm a bit of a dance machine.
All right. So are you gonna
A bit of a
dance
dance
right now
machine.
just to demonstrate, Bulwark? A dance machine? Are you the dancing queen?
I'm sorry, the subtlety of that got me. I'm just a dance machine.
I love it. So he's gonna sort of watch you do your little robot dance, and he's gonna squint again, but more like a narrowed eyes, and he's gonna say, "Have any of you had any effects from the song?"
It seemed to lure some of our members in, but we were able to fight it off and leave.
Oh, what a relief. Okay. Normally, we don't allow anybody into our lair. But if you were strong enough to resist the song, I suppose I can let you in. Will you come down with me? Because otherwise... And then he looks at you again, Vrithelion, and then he looks at you, Castien, and he looks at all of you, and then he looks at Kerzzan, and he says, "Why do you shimmer?"
We been through this before. We've kind of... It's a long story, but yeah, it's a... Not feeling too great. Let's just say we're having a bit of an off day. Do you know something about it?
Have you seen it before?
Do you see a lot of shimmering people very often?
No. But... Ugh. I believe we might be able to help.
Oh, okay. And then I'll walk down the
But-
tunnel.
Okay. As he says, "but," and you're just like walking
Yeah.
down, he's like...
Doesn't take much.
Well, he looks at you, Kerzzan, and he says, "Why are you not bright?"
Oh, well,
Why are you
I'm what's
dull?
called a dark elf, drow. I'm from the Underdark, so my skin is actually just more an abundance of pigment. That's pretty... That's just the def... Yeah. Or
Well,
are you
it's
not talking about that?
No, I'm familiar with drow. We have several. The shimmer. Why do you are with shimmering ones, but you do not shimmer. Why is that? How did you avoid it?
Oh, right. In a previous life, I had already been cursed, so when the affliction that befell everyone else befell me. It just didn't finish the job.
He gasps. And he looks at you with almost with new eyes, and he squints and he says, "The affliction afflicted you, and yet you are still standing."
In between life and death, but yes.
Oh,
Much like
this is
Granny over here.
Hello.
He looks at you, Granny, and he says, "No, you are different. You are dying." You-
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you not know?
Well, I mean, I guess it was inevitable with age, right? Ha ha ha. I walked down the stairs.
No. All right, and he looks quite chagrined, and he says, I am so sorry. I thought she knew. She must have known. She must have a sense, at least in her body, that it is not long for this world. But you, my unbright friend, you are something different. There is something about you. Will you come and speak to our doctors?
Kerzzan has to think. Well, I suppose if you know something more about it that will benefit our my friends here, then sure, that sounds like a good idea, right? And he's looking at you guys to kind of dissuade him, even though two of our friends are already in the hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the two of them are already gone.
That's
Kerzzan, I believe this may be our best option at this point.
I don't relish the idea of going back underground, but very well. And he hurries down after Granny.
Oh, but not after Castien. It's fine. Whatever.
Castien, you already went into the hole.
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm
already-
singing as
you're
I
already
go down
there.
too.
Okay. All right, so you all descend about 90 or 100 feet into an enormous underground cavernous city.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh.
Get it over here.
Oh.
Do we have the? I've got the map.
Yes,
Do we have
yes,
the
yeah.
map thingy?
You're good.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh.